if you want to thrive, if you want to be successful, if you want to impress not just everyone around you, but yourself, lean in. Because today I'm sharing the 5 habits and the bonus habit that I have embodied that have and continue to transform and make my life better. If you're new here, hi, I'm Ileana, your midlife wellness and mindset coach. Here we talk about all things wellness, mindset, and thriving after 50. I went from being divorced, feeling heartbroken, lacking confidence and self-worth, feeling financially overwhelmed, and honestly, just emotionally drained, to healing my heart, upgrading my mindset, reclaiming my confidence, and going back to school to earn my master's degree, my administrative credential, increasing my income, paying off my student loan. This was more by the grace of God, and getting engaged, and finally getting my finances in order. And I didn't get here by luck. I got here because of God's grace and the 5 habits that I consciously and intentionally I started building in my 40s. These are the exact habits that not only build my career and my finances, but help me rebuild my confidence, my mindset, my self-worth, my identity. So if you want a total reinvention in your life or to start accomplishing some of your goals, you need these habits. Stay until the end because I will also be sharing a bonus one. I will preface this by saying that yes, it takes effort, time, and energy, but so does staying stuck, unfulfilled, and wanting more out of life. But if you set yourself up with the right habits and you are intentional about them, success does not have to take decades. I want you to keep that in mind as I dive in. Know that these 5 habits have the potential to change your life if you implement them. Even if you just start with one of them, or they may even inspire you to start one of your own. So here they are. Habit number 1, choose knowledge over distractions. So this habit started out of me making the conscious decision to not listen to music that would remind me of what I had gone through and possibly would have kept me in an unhappy place. So instead, the very first thing that I did was start watching scriptural motivational messages to heal my heart. I would listen to videos every day when I was driving, cleaning, cooking, and I would fall asleep listening to peaceful scriptural messages. I then transitioned into learning videos, podcasts, and audiobooks on self-improvement. So this was something that I enjoyed so much, which motivated me to do more things. Prior to that, I would binge watch The Housewives every night. Don't get me wrong, I still enjoy watching some shows here and there. On Saturdays, I will literally spend all day watching Lifetime movies. I would watch Unsolved Mystery. But instead, I started reading and listening to books and educational videos on personal development, on business, money, investing, the stock market, mindset, relationships, you name it. I have been obsessed with learning ever since. My mindset and belief system started to change. All the books, the videos, and the podcasts planted new thoughts in my brain. Thoughts like, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can start managing my money this way. All the new learning continued to expand my way of thinking. And I was empowered to take action on my finances in my personal life. Knowledge doesn't just build skills that can increase your earning potential, but it also rebuilds your self-worth because When you learn, you realize I am capable. I am resourceful. I can figure things out. And that shift is priceless. So start small, even if you just read 10 pages a day. That's over 3,600 pages a year. And that knowledge will put you ahead of most people in whatever you do. Habit number 2, learning to master your emotions. This really has been a byproduct or habit number 1, in the sense that as I was growing in my learning, my self worth, my belief system, my emotional confidence started to grow. When you don't have self worth, it's easy to let your emotions control you, crying after rejection, blowing up when things don't go your way, or staying in toxic relationships because you think that you don't deserve better. But success requires emotional intelligence. I had to learn to pause, breathe, and ask, how do I want to respond? Not just, how do I feel right now? I would say that listening to motivational messages and listening to the Word of God and personal development really helped me with this area. I can honestly say that I've become emotionally strong and I don't easily get triggered or offended nor break down when things don't go the way that I had hoped for. Being able to learn to control my emotions have helped me set boundaries, walk away from relationships that drain my energy, and hold myself with more respect. And when you respect yourself, others start to respect you as well. And you carry yourself with the calm energy that people want to be around with. Habit number 3, increase your communication skills. So, this is another byproduct of habit number 1, because with knowledge comes the ability to communicate better and with more confidence. If you don't communicate what you need, you will always get the short end of the stick. Low self worth makes you shrink. You think, who am I to ask for more? Who am I to say no? But people cannot read your mind. Learning how to clearly state your needs, whether with colleagues, family, a boss, or a partner, changes everything. Instead of overworking, overgiving, or resenting people, you can start expressing your needs with confidence. Every time you speak up for yourself, you're telling your subconscious mind, my voice matters. I matter. This does not happen overnight, and it requires taking the steps and not shrinking down and actually learning to be assertive and communicating with confidence and expressing your wants and needs. The more that you learn, the more knowledge we acquire and the more confidence that we acquire to speak up. So, habit number 4, put in place a morning and a night routine. In the morning, the first thing that I do not do is get on my phone. So, to be successful with this, I have placed my phone further away from my bed, making it hard to grab it. So, in the past, if I woke up in the middle of the night or right in the morning, I would just grab my phone and start scrolling. When I had no self worth, my mornings started with scrolling on my phone, checking my messages, and unconsciously, I would compare myself to everyone that looked further ahead than I was. And my nights ended up with anxiety spirals about how I felt behind. So now my mornings are sacred. I meditate, I visualize the life that I'm creating, I listen to gratitude meditations while I'm getting ready. And at night, I wind down with gratitude, with light stretching. I may read a couple of pages of the book that I keep on my nightstand. And I set my subconscious up to dream about my goals. So start by creating a morning and a night routine that works for you and the goals and the dreams that you have for your life. Habit number 5, take action and stop overthinking. Here's the most powerful one. I stopped letting self doubt talk me out of taking action. When you don't believe in yourself, overthinking becomes your comfort zone. So train yourself to shorten the gap between your idea and the action. This is a habit that separates dreamers from doers. Most people talk themselves out of their best ideas before they even start. But successful people, they close that gap between the idea and the action. So when you get an inspired idea, launch the course, post the video, write the post, start the book, send the pitch. Do it before fear creeps in. This was definitely me with starting this channel and uploading until I decided to hit upload before I could talk myself out of it. Now it's become easier because overthinking keeps you from taking that action and trapping you in a loop of negative thoughts about needing to learn more, about refining the thing, the fears of what others might think or say, and the search for the perfect time or the perfect solution, which creates analysis paralysis and drains your mental and your physical energy. So this relentless, unproductive thought cycle leads to a feeling of being stuck and overwhelmed by the potential negative outcomes and ultimately prevents you from moving forward. Once we take action, you will grow your confidence because confidence doesn't come before action. Confidence comes from the actions that we take. So action creates clarity. Action creates momentum. And action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. So if you're sitting here thinking, I don't feel worthy, I don't believe I can succeed, I want you to hear me out. Neither have I. But these habits have helped me so much. They help me create wealth, love, health, and a peaceful, healthy life with amazing joy and surrounded by people that I love. Of course, this does not mean that I don't have other goals and ambitions that I want to pursue. I will always quote Tony Robbins, a famous motivational speaker, who says that progress equals happiness. And this idea suggests that true lasting happiness comes from continuous personal growth. He emphasizes that it's not the temporary satisfaction of reaching a goal, but rather the continuous progress of getting better that creates ongoing happiness and feeling a sense of meaning in your life. Bottom line, continue growing and taking action. Here's the bonus habit that I promised: upgrade your money mindset. So let's be real. If you don't think you're worthy, you won't believe you deserve money. You will undercharge. You'll stay in jobs that pay you less than you deserve and less of your value. You'll avoid looking at your bank account. So this one was a game changer for me. For years, I believed money was scarce, hard to earn, and even harder to keep. Money is just energy. It flows to where it's valued and respected. So if you keep telling yourself that's too expensive, I'll never afford that, or I can't make that kind of money, you're literally programming scarcity in your mind. So instead, shift your language to I can afford that. Money flows easily to me. I always have more than enough. When you stop clinging to money and start circulating, saving, investing, but also allowing yourself to enjoy it, you'll notice it flows right back even faster. I'll end with this. Shift your mindset from I can't afford this Two, money always flows to me. Money responds to confidence. The more I value myself, the more money values me. So keep in mind, it doesn't take decades to create your best life. It just takes the right habit. So now tell me in the comment, which of these habits are you going to start today? And if this inspire you, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's keep building your dream life together. And remember, this is your season to feel strong, confident, and unstoppable. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.